Okay, so for lab three, one of the parts of the assignment you're to turn in is to export the table with the data and also three plots. You're supposed to create three plots of your own and export them. So in order to show you how to do that part, I'm going to do just a really short video. I'm just going to run the entire Lab 3 script that I created uh, and then show you how to export the plots. So here I have a plot histogram of life expectancy with normal curve. This is the very last one. In order to export it, I'm just going to put save as image, and I'm going to come to file name and give it a name that I want to use so that I know what it is. And you don't need to necessarily give it a really long file name, but you can do what you want as far as that. And then I'm going to choose where I want to save it. So by default, it's just going to save it in the folder for the project. And if you can find that on your computer, that's fine. But it may be easier for you to save it somewhere like the pictures library on your folder or on your computer, or the documents library, or you can even go to the desktop. If you go to the desktop to save it, um, if you go to the desktop to save it, I would suggest creating a new folder for RStudio plots or something. This will be great. You can save all of your plots that you make, give them good work, good names, so that you can keep track of them. So you might even want to call it something like uh, my plot lab 3, right? Um, and then your next one can be my plot 2. Now, just to be really clear for the lab assignment, you can't save this plot. You have to create three new plots of your own. Um, but you can use this one as an example to help you do it. And you can be as complicated or as simple as you want. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. So anyway, I've chosen where I want to save it because that way I can find it. It's going to be on the desktop, and it'll be in this folder, RStudio Plots. I'll be able to go back and find it anytime, um, and then you save it. Um, I'm going to work under the assumption that you know how to take that and put it into a Microsoft Word file or a Google Doc. If you don't know how to insert things in one of those kinds of files, um, you might uh, you and you can't figure it out on your own, you probably need to come to office hours. We won't be able to do that in class. It's not really a this class topic. Um, you might also be able to get help with that kind of thing from some of the university computer resources, some of the tutoring resources and things like that. So I said you can do the three that you're going to do. They don't have to be the super complicated ones. If this is the most you can achieve, is a histogram in grayscale with data that's different than my example. So that's the thing. You have to use different. You have to make something different. Uh, you can do that. So you can still export. Uh, it still is set to go to RStudio Plots. Um, I am going to call this my lab 3 plot, and I'm going to put a 2 on it because I don't want it to override. So the other one was my lab 3 plot. This is my second lab 3 plot, so I'll call it my lab 3 plot 2. Uh, it's still going to save to the same place. It's there. It should be there. I'm going to go over to my desktop and open up that new folder that I created called RStudio Plots. Um, and there it is. And so now if I want to go into Microsoft Word, I can go, or Google Docs, either one, I can add this picture to a document. So that's what you're going to do, but you're going to need three plots, and to get full points, they've got to be plots that are different than these. So they have to be plots like you get into some data set and do something like this, but with a different variable from a different data set. Um, the exception being that if you want to use the VDEM data set for your data, that's fine. It's got lots of things. Um, or if you want to use the Gapminder data set for your data for the semester, that's fine too. These are both good data sets for those demonstration projects. Uh, so I will make another video shortly about how to do the tables.